Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, guys. It has been a while, but we are back, and the road to Shadowlands is on. The pre-patch dropped this past Tuesday, and while we don't have any quest lines currently active, there is still a ton to see, and I can't wait to show you guys. It's been a long time. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I missed y'all. And I also missed Swindlegear and Smee quite a bit. But we're going to start here in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Now you may be wondering, why are we back here? You can see invasions going on as normal. Well, I figured with N'Zoth dead, it's time to go ahead and close the chapter on these invasion points. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk to the Bronze Dragonflight.
Greetings.
And we're going to go back to a time before the Black Empire assault.
With honor, friend.
And basically just say, go away to things of the old god nature. We got some good Pandarian music back. Got areas that are unexplored. Awesome. Alright. So with that done, we need to go ahead and go to Uldum and do the same. So you got the Phoenix vendor there too. So let's go ahead and put in the Pugilist Power Ring. And we're going to teleport to the Brawlgar Arena. Now, the interesting thing about that is the Brawlgar Arena, I believe, is also closed. So people can't do any of the Brawlers Arena right now. Which is a shame. I'm really glad we went ahead and got that out of the way early. Let's dive out here. Orgrimmar has changed a little bit in terms of the portal room. I'll go ahead and show you guys before we head to the desert. And then we'll show you where the real fun, the more interesting stuff has happened in terms of what we can do with the barbers and our stats and our abilities. Because as you can see up here at the top corner, well, you can't actually see it right now, Swindle went from level 120 to level 50. The new cap is at 60 once Shadowlands drops. And let's see what's going on here. Saw something very interesting. Check this out. We have got an empty portal location right here. And I assume this is probably going to lead to the Shadowlands hub. Oh, we should also go to Icecrown and see if anything looks different. That'll be cool. Definitely got to try that out. But you notice that we may be missing a few portals. So if we go ahead and head downstairs, where there was only the portal to the Caverns of Time, you'll find that it has some new company. So now we've got the Caverns of Time portal, the portal to Shattrath, and the portal to Warspear in Draenor. So that's good. Still plenty of other slots. We got 4 more left. So I'm glad they went ahead and built this to kind of give them some breathing room. You know what I mean? But these are not the portals that we are currently looking for. Let's go ahead and travel to Uldum. Now, I actually have not, other than logging on just to see if the pre-patch stuff has downloaded, I have not touched this game since the last episode, guys. I mean, there really hasn't been anything that has interested me to do. So, I'm logging in and seeing like new stuff is very exciting for me. Alright. Here in the desert, where nothing bad could possibly go wrong.
The dark visions have come to pass.
Shut up.
The Black Empire rises in Uldum.
Ain't no more Black Empire. We kind of poke that eye out. Or poke those eyes out, rather. Where's our representative? There you are.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
Okay. And we're back with Uldum. That was a nice, pleasant desert filled with buried horrors. Actually,
Light be with you.
Give me a second. It looked like there was a quest. It may have been a daily.
The dark visions have come to pass.
I said shut up. Just wanted to double check. Those all dailies? Yes, they're all dailies. Didn't want them to throw me a curve or anything.
You need something? Be careful.
And there we go. And with that, Swindlegear's war against N'Zoth has officially ended, as far as he's concerned. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to get back to Orgrimmar quickly. I guess I could go ahead and use the Dalaran Hearthstone. I wish it was a way to go to Old Dalaran. That would take care of the Ice Crown problem fairly quickly, as we see that lovely Legion loading screen. Alright. So, like, all of the characters have been smushed now. So, characters that were, you know, like, previously at 100 or 110. I forgot what the actual math of it is. But it is... It's kind of cool to look and see smaller numbers again. Reminds me of, like, the BC and vanilla days. Should we go ahead and, go to Old Dalaran while we're here? Yeah, let's do that. Let's save the good stuff for last. Of course, this may be good stuff. I don't know if they've changed anything, but we are about to find out. We may have to wait for the actual, like, quest stuff to happen. Yeah, that looks like Old Ice Crown. No, nastiness up above. Well, that's a shame. I guess maybe the storyline, like the battle between Sylvanas and the, and Bolvar actually happens maybe next week or something like that, and that leads the Scourge to go crazy. That was the thing that I was most excited about when I heard about the pre-patch stuff, was we were going to go back to the Scourge invasions. And for those of you who are playing the... Oh! I stand corrected. And it almost makes me want to go into Ice Crown, the raid, but I know that's probably not the case. That looks cool. It's like all of Ice Crown was in like an underwater lake. And I guess we're just going to go head up to the Frozen Throne. And we have the portal up here. I guess the throne's been shattered for all intents and purposes. This'll be fun to check out. And now this is like a permanent part of Northrend. Makes me curious if there's a bronze dragon representative. Of course, if this is just a cosmetic change, then it's not going to hurt anything. Also, I see all of the dungeon entrances a lot easier now, which is cool. So the fight has happened. Now we're just going to deal with the aftermath. But anyway, what I was going to say, when we were playing BC and then the zombie invasions broke out, and I think they've done it 3 times. But this will be the 3rd time that they've done the Scourge invasion. It is so fun. That first time was absolutely crazy. Everyone was getting infected. I do believe, I don't know if it was that or something else. I think it was something else that scientists or like a school observed for how a plague travels, which is very telling, especially this current year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll see if Swindlegear can actually avoid infection. Got to use those roguey skills. And speaking of roguey skills, let's take the portal back to Orgrimmar, and I will show you what else has changed. Now, this first week is just for everyone to get used to the new normal, which is, I can completely understand why that is. But let us go. I also want to see if there's anything new over at the Horde Embassy. I guess we could also go here into Gromash Hold. And we got Oh, look at Rokon. Hey, look at you hanging out here at the throne. I guess since it's a Horde Council, that does make a lot of sense. Man, it's kind of cool to see Rokan's story progression. Went from assisting us in the swamps to sitting in the Orgrimmar seat of power. I wonder if Thrall is still on the bridge. Nope. Thrall is elsewhere now. Wait a minute, was he over here? I remember he was on a bridge, I remember that. No, he has left. I'd like to go, I actually kind of want to go back to, I want to go to Nagrand and see if they have actually buried Saurfang. If they're changing like little cosmetic stuff up, that'd be a very nice change. But speaking of changes, let me go ahead and show you what they have done to Outlaw Rogue. What is old is new again. And what I mean by that is I have something that I didn't think that I would ever see again on Outlaw Rogue. I have poisons again. So it looks like all rogues can use poison. We've got instant poison, which does direct damage. We've got wound poison, which does a dot. And then you have crippling poison, which slows them down. Okay. And you can go ahead and put them on 2 weapons. So I actually have instant poison on one and crippling poison on the other. Crippling poison would be more for kind of PvP, because we have another old ability back, Shiv. Attack with your offhand, dealing 67 physical damage and applying a concentrated form of your crippling poison, or it's any of the non-lethal poisons, reducing movement speed by 70 for 5 seconds. So we're just going to go ahead and apply all the instant poisons. We don't need to slow anyone down. Oh, okay, so it looks like we can have a lethal and a non-lethal, maybe? Ah, okay, that's cool to have. So I guess we just have the non-lethal as our offhand. Also, Roll the Bones is back, and it is changed up. We actually have Roll the Bones and Slice and Dice. Now, I was very confused when I saw them both at the same time, but I've got a lot more buttons to push. It's pretty much the end-all be-all of this. So Roll the Bones is now an instant with a 45-second cooldown, so it's right there with Adrenaline and a lot of other abilities that we have. We roll the Dice of Fate, providing a random combat enhancement for 30 seconds. It is no longer counting as a finisher. We've got our Sinister Strike, of course. We've got Pistol Shot. Our talents have pretty much remained the same, except we have an ability called Dreadblades, which was in Legion, if you remember, it was an ability that we had with our artifacts. Strike an enemy, dealing 566 physical damage and empowering your weapons for 10 seconds, causing your Sinister Strike, Ambush, and Pistol Shot to fill your combo points, but your finishing moves consume 5% of your current health. So that's pretty cool. I may go ahead and switch to that, but we also have the we also get more haste, which is nice. But I like kind of gambling a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a gambler at all. You can't prove it. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because Between the Eyes is no longer a stun. Remember, we use that all the time to put the stun lock people. It now is changed to, when we use it, it increases our critical strike chance against the target by 20%, as well as doing damage. To stun people, we use the old school Kidney Shot. It's a finishing move that stuns the target for up to 6 seconds if we have 5 combo points. So we'd have to go back and forth between stunning, getting our crit chance up, and then we also have Slice and Dice, which consumes combo points to increase attack speed by 50% and lasts longer per combo point. So Slice and Dice has kind of been negated a little bit because we actually don't get any energy back. So I think we're going to have some times where we're just kind of drained of energy. And then we got the good old Dispatch, which is our finisher. And yeah, I'm kind of curious what would it actually say what the future abilities are. Hold on, let me see here. Evasion, Grappling Hook, and Blade Fury at 52, 56, 58. Nothing there. Numbing Poison. Okay, so that's the anti-caster poison. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything right now. And talents go up to 50. I'm sure when maybe the patch drops, you'd be able to get something at 60. You have to have some sort of carrot to make people really want to feel accomplished when they hit that. I would like to think, at least. You do have loaded dice, but your next 2 roll the bones to grant at least 2 matches. Huh. So I guess let's go ahead and... Cool. So we just get the buffs. Could be 1, could be 2. I actually like that, because I hated... Roll the Bones was a cool Outlaw Rogue like thing, and it sucked that we went to Slice and Dice just because we had more consistent DPS that way, at least in my opinion. But still. Yeah, lots of changes. Stuff to get used to. But here, right now, for the first week of the pre-patch is where the money's at. And that is in the barbershop chair. Yoink! So, here is Swindlegear. I actually think they've sharpened the Goblin model up just a little bit. He looks better than he did previously. But now we can go into skin color and change what he looks like, which is great. I mean, we could have done that anyway. And then in terms of the face, can change his face up. Hairstyles. I wonder if there's any new hairstyles. We've got Bolty as the classic that we've used primarily. Chops, pompadour. Roguish. Ironic I've never used that, but... The executive. Class. Oh, Mohawk. Boing. Standard ponytail. Corsair. I do feel that we have a lot more for goblins to have, so that's kind of cool. Let's get back to Bolty. Hair color. Of course, we can go ahead and change that at our whim. I like the little streak of paint to represent that. It's a nice touch. We can actually change our eye color. That's something I think a lot of people have wanted for a long time. I do like Swindlegear's purple eyes, though. Or pink eyes. And then the chin. Oh, wow, we can actually change the way our chin looks. Huh. How about that? Well, Swindlegear's got a very nice, refined, elongated chin, so we're going to go ahead and stick with that. And then we've got... Oh, we can actually choose his piercings? Okay, here's his ears. I was wondering where these went. Kind of the standard goblin fare. Okay, sharp, round. Let's go ahead and reset that. Earrings. Got the plugs. The none. The nose. Give myself a little bit of a nose job here. I do like that really sharp nose that he has, though. See, Sully, everything about you is perfect already. You don't need to change a thing. Nose ring. Ugh, the bebop. Oh, we can put a bone through the nose. That'd be cool for a shaman. Huh. Ideas. And then jewelry color. Ooh. Well, that's new. Let's give different types of metal looks. I do like the darker, kind of slightly rusted, because if he'd be out on the sea a lot, it would be a little bit more worn. That is cool, though. I dig it. Now, let's go ahead and travel to the Transmog, because one of the cool things that they've actually done now is you can go to the Transmog and you can use the artifacts regardless of whether, or the artifact looks regardless of whether you're that spec or not, which I definitely have to do with some of my other characters, especially with druids, because now you can choose your form. So they just added so much. Oh yeah, you could also go back between... did they have that option? I wouldn't do this for Sully, but you can now change the sex of your character as well. So Swindlegear could be a female, or any of my other characters could switch back and forth. It makes me wonder how much money people gave Blizz to go ahead and do that when they had that service available.
I'm out of range.
Skin color, face. Ah! Okay, I did not see that because of my hub here. I'm confused. Cool. One of these... Oh, cool. We got wigs and horns. That's kind of morbid. All these little touches mean a lot to me. Now, I'm still deciding I'm probably not going to be playing Shadowlands, guys, but it's cool to see. Or if I do play Shadowlands, I don't think I'm going to be recording it, if that makes any sense. Maybe a live stream here or there. I don't know. Alright, let's check it out here.
Shall we get down to business?
So if we go to Legion Artifacts... Now with the weapons, yeah, that just... I mean, swords are swords. We can't make them look like daggers. But still, that's a pretty cool thing to have.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction. I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
And I wanted to double check. Yeah, they didn't offer any new armors for the Trial of Style this year, which was a shame. I know a lot of people, they just, you know, it's a new expansion. Normally the year that a new expansion comes out, you don't see anything in terms of the holidays. So that does make sense. But, man, it's disappointing when you're all about those transmogs and how a character looks. Okay, is there anything else to look at right now? Now, stuff will definitely be changing. I know the auction house also got a bit of an update.
Have I got a deal for you?
Let's see if we search. Looks kind of similar to what we've already done, but one thing I was really hoping they were going to change was
I got a new ship.
inscription. I'm going to have to check and see that. There's a lot I'm going to have to research. So I just see a lightning bolt. Kill a lizard. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
All that senseless killing. Who would ever do such a thing? Well, out of all the stuff that we've seen here, guys, I think there's one more thing we should go check. And also, if there's anything that you guys want me to look at, if they've changed it, like cosmetically or whatnot, we're going to have to... Oh, look at that. Ooh. That was another cool thing that they did. They changed up the orc models. Yeah, I'm looking at you. That you can change like face paint and stuff and actually make the orcs look like they're part of different clans, which is sick. So I've got a lot to do on my other characters for sure. I would like to go to Nagrand and see if maybe they've done something for Saurfang. Because I don't think that we have... I don't think that Swindlegear has paid his respects. Yeah, see, nothing out of the way here. Not like the Vol'jin funeral. Alright. So let's head into Grand. And now, it's probably not there. There's probably no change, but I'm willing to go ahead and check it out for curiosity's sake. And like I said before, if there's any like little Easter egg that I have missed, or any kind of lore, please let me know in the comments, and I will attempt to rectify that in the next episode. First, to Shattrath. We're going to head to the Nagrand Burial Grounds. And it would definitely be here in Outland, and not Draenor. Because this is where Saurfang the Younger is also buried. Every time I think of Saurfang, I think of, "Join me, father," because of all the times I had to run that in Icecrown. But I also remember him like Leroy Jenkinsing against Arthas at the Wrathgate cinematic. You guys have to understand, when that cinematic came out, that changed everything. Like, we were not used to that kind of cinematic content in this game. And being able to have that happen was so cool. Definitely one of my favorite areas in all of WoW. In my top 3 places I would actually live if Warcraft was a legit place with real estate. Like this and Jade Forest, and I kind of leave the other one up in the air, because you never know what may come out. There was a lot of PvP that happened here back in the day, specifically in Hala. And there's Oshugun, I think it was called. It's essentially a crashed Drunai spaceship. I can't remember, is that? Yeah, Oshogun. Here we go. It'd be cool if Thrall's little hut was here now, after that cinematic. And here we are, guys. The ancestral grounds. I believe there are spirits, but I don't think they're going to be stupid enough to actually try and take us on. Now, where would Saurfang... Watch, Saurfang's ghost just shows up and one-shots us. The big pyre. See, we need... I am petitioning. Like, hashtag justice for Saurfang. Saurfang needs a... like a monument or something. Kind of like Hell Screams in Ashenvale. Needs something to, like, represent him. Or, you know, the statue of him standing in front... like, right when you enter Orgrimmar from the front gates, there should be a statue to Saurfang. That just needs to happen, in my opinion. Well, let's go ahead and get Smee out here. Pay our respects. I figure he would have the biggest bonfire of them all. Alright, guys. Well, I showed you some of the new stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to use some of these abilities in future episodes. I'll probably be doing these once a week, because apparently the quest line is like 2 weeks, because we are getting really close to the Shadowlands release, because I remember when they posted that the pre-patch was getting, or was it the pre-patch that was getting pushed back, or the release date? I think it was the release date for Shadowlands, and everyone lost their freaking minds on Twitter. Crazy how cruel some people could be. But yeah, we will go ahead and pick this up next time. Like I said, if there's anything, like any Easter eggs or anything you want me to check out, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we'll be able to start the quest here pretty soon. If you guys like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time.
Later.
Later days, everyone.